So the second consecutive home game for the Jaguars is coming up as the 2-0 Arizona Cardinals will come to TIAA Bank Field to face on the 0-2 Jaguars. So there is a lot going on with this Cardinals team right now as they are starting off really hot at 2-0. They have a third-year quarterback with Kyler Murray who has been playing some really, really good football. And to kind of break down the whole picture for the Cardinals for us, I have brought on the AZ Sports fan over here to kind of break down the Cardinals side of things.
What's going on? We're going to talk about Cardinals versus Jaguars. Now, I do think it's very important to kind of talk about the Arizona Cardinals and what happened in the last two games. Obviously, the Arizona Cardinals are starting off hot. We're 2-0 right now, but it's absolutely kind of weird because it's a tale of two different stories that we've seen so far in these games. Very first game, the matchup versus the Tennessee Titans, our defense looked absolutely lights out. We basically were sacking Tannehill every which way we possibly could. We had a total of 5 sacks from Chandler Jones and 1 from Michael Dogbe, so everything was looking great. On this game versus the Vikings, which was this last week, it was complete polar opposite. We couldn't get back there. The pressure was absolutely ridiculous. We did get 1 sack from Marcus Golden, but it really led a lot of Cardinal fans to believe in what happened to the pressure and what is going on with this Arizona Cardinal defense. Now, we're not going to obviously jump off the bridge or, kind of say this defense is garbage, but you know what I mean? Because this Cardinal defense has showed us kind of the best of both worlds. We were absolutely dominant in week 1, and now week 2, we are kind of sitting in the situation where what is this defense? Who is this defense at this point? Now, I know that the Vikings always play us they always play us very, very tough, and I do know it has to do with matchups every single week, and it is any given Sunday at the bottom line. But whenever I look at this Jaguars versus the Arizona Cardinals game, I do think it's going to start off from our defensive line, and they are going to set the tone of this game. Is this going to be the game where Trevor Lawrence is going to be constantly harassed by Chandler Jones, J.J. Watt, and the rest of our defensive line, or are they going to give them some time to throw the ball? Now, our Cardinal team offensively has hit its complete stride right now. It's absolutely ridiculous. Kyler Murray is playing lights out. He is playing like an MVP type of player, which a lot of fans are extremely excited about it. So we have weapons. We have weapons for days, and we are finally seeing the Cliff Kingsbury's offense and what it should have been looking like. Granted, it took 3 years, but honestly, we will take this with open arms. But we do have, Kyler Murray with, DeAndre Hopkins. We got AJ Green that finally got involved this last week. We have Christian Kirk that's now rising to be a very good slot wide receiver for us. And now we have Rondo Moore, a rookie that we ended up just picking up this last draft class, which was our 2nd round pick. So the Arizona Cardinals are looking very good. Very, very good. And that's not even to mention our tight end, Max Williams, which really got involved this last game as well. So in terms of the Arizona Cardinals, I haven't so far seen a defense that's able to stop Kyler Murray and what he can do. The connection between him and D-Hop is absolutely amazing. And I can very well see that happen in this game. Now, 2-0 is a very hot start, obviously, but we've had this happen to us before, especially last year. We started off hot 2-0, and then came a 0-2 team, and we played the Detroit Lions. And what happened? The Arizona Cardinals didn't come to play. They basically were lax throughout the entirety of the game. They couldn't bring the intensity that they brought, in the first 2 games. Now, I do hope that this is going to be a different turnout for our Arizona Cardinals, but it's not the first time that we've came on Sunday and it didn't look like we were there to play, honestly. So I hope that it doesn't turn out that way. I definitely see the Arizona Cardinals pull off this win. I'm not, putting anything to the side. I'm not saying, Trevor Lawrence or anything like that. I don't really see too much about Trevor Lawrence. I hope, nothing but good things for his career and his success with the Jacksonville Jaguars. But I think right now it's a tell of the Arizona Cardinals are in contention for playoffs. They are at the moment of we are in win now type of mode, because there's a lot of speculations out there saying that Steve Keim, our general manager, as well as Cliff Kingsbury, might be in the hot seat. But we've seen a turn. We've seen a turn of events from the coaching. We've seen a turn of events and the way that Kyler Murray is playing. So this is going to be a really good matchup. It could really just determine, are we going to be a 3-0 team or are we going to be a 2-1 team? But I do think that Jaguars are in a rebuilding mode right now. They got a great focal piece in Trevor Lawrence. So I'm really excited to see the matchup between Trevor Lawrence and the defensive line. Can our defensive line get back there and cause pressure for this, young quarterback? So I'm absolutely super excited about it. Our defensive line is playing really, really good. Maybe not last week, but the very first week, if we can get that same type of production, I think this Arizona Cardinal defense can be very, very special. But that's all I got here for this matchup. Cardinals versus Jaguars. I'm absolutely super excited to see what Trevor Lawrence can do against this defense.
Huge shout out to the AZ Sports fan for kind of coming on the channel and breaking things down for on the Cardinals side of things. I'll drop his links down in the description below, so go follow his channel and follow him on his social media feeds. Now, on the Jaguar side of things, I think really amongst any game on this schedule, I think this is probably the most worrisome for me. And a big reason is just the X factor with Kyler Murray. This guy is absolutely dynamic, and the Jaguars are really having a hard time bringing down quarterbacks. I mean, the only really player that is actually getting his hands on a quarterback and actually bringing him to the ground has been Josh Allen. But outside of that, Caleb Von Chason has been getting juked out of his cleats and amongst other players. And I don't know how we're going to play against Kyler Murray. I don't know if we're going to have to come out here and play a dime coverage, which for you guys that are wondering, dime is essentially when you play one linebacker and 6 defensive backs. I don't know if they're going to have a spy out there, bring out Damian Wilson and kind of bring in a cornerback like a Rudy Ford or something like that to kind of shadow him around the field. I don't know if we're going to do that or if we're just going to try to play him straight up and kind of play our defense and, go with it about like that. And amongst Kyler Murray is also a bunch of other targets. I mean, these guys have at least 3 receivers that are better than our best receiver. Obviously DeAndre Hopkins, top 5 receiver. We're obviously very used to him kind of from his Houston Texan days as we used to play against him twice a year. They have AJ Green over there. They have Christian Kirk, and they have Rondale Moore, a rookie. I know a lot of us were kind of looking at him during our, pre-draft analysis type of stuff. He's over there, and he's had a couple of really good back-to-back games, just, really a game changer over there. And he's really kind of had a really good game last week. So it's going to be really hard with this team with really just the weapons and the quarterback play that they had. But I think almost my approach to this season now is that, and I was wondering this, I was like, how come I'm like so willing to accept that our defense has been doing good? And why am I so not bothered with that? But on the offense, I'm really bothered with it. It comes down to the fact that I think this defense is about what I expected it to be, but I thought this offense would be better. And really, my focus on this season is really going to be about improving the offense. Make sure that the offense is improving from week in, week out. Now, I think these first 4 games for me are almost going to be a measuring point. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence has a lot to work on when it comes to just some accuracy stuff, some timing, reading the field, making sure that, he's making, if he throws the ball downfield, make sure it's the right throw. If there's an easy check down that's going to get him a first down, maybe you should take that. When to use his legs. I don't know. There's a lot of different things that Trevor Lawrence has to work on. And the good thing is a lot of those are correctable. You know what I mean? Amongst the receivers, I think that the coaching staff needs to help out these receivers a little bit more, just kind of call more plays that is going to scheme them open, crossing routes, some drag routes, stuff like that, things that will open the game up for them a little bit more. And then obviously the thing that every Jaguar fan has been pounding the table for is get this run game going, man. We got to get James Robinson some carries. He got a little bit more carries last game. It's still only 11 carries. That's still not enough, it seems like, for a guy that averaged, I think, over 4 yards per carry. So we need to get those numbers up. And we just need to get the offense going in general. I mean, we opened the game up with an 82-yard drive, and after that, we have like 100 total yards of offense. It just wasn't good. So the Jaguars, I mean, they just need to get firing on all cylinders when it comes to just getting this offense going, making them play as more of a unit, and actually making this look like a reliable offense. Because look, we're 1 week away from primetime football. We are the week 4 primetime slot, and it's you know, a lot is going to build up there. And then I don't mind getting embarrassed on 1 o'clock on a Sunday, but I don't want to get embarrassed on Thursday Night Football. You know what I mean? So that's a big thing that we kind of have to work for. So the Jaguars, obviously, this game, I don't think the Jaguars are going to win. I'm very worried about this game. I think that with the way our defense is playing, CJ Henderson might not play, our best defensive back, and their offensive firepower might just be too much for the Jaguars. But, you know, I hope we keep it close. I hope our offense can put up some points, and, you know, I just hope we continue to see some development out of this team. So, yeah, the Cardinals, they're going to look to go 3-0, and the Jaguars are hoping to escape 0-3. But with all that said, that's kind of all I have for this video. I will be doing my live stream play-by-play for this on Sunday, so definitely go join me there. Shout out to the AZ Sports Fan for coming on the channel and breaking down his side of things. And with all that said, go Jaguars. I'm out. You guys watched the whole video. Really appreciate that. You guys can subscribe to the channel for the best source of Jaguars news on the YouTube platform. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at UCF_Jaguar. And you can become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month for exclusive channel content. Thank you guys, and go Jags.